Hey guys, I'm man. Welcome to my second channel. This channel is just a lot of things I just wouldn't upload on my second channel. If you saw my shorts, you already know about this channel, and you already know if you see the title, if you've seen the thumbnail, if you've seen the shorts, you already know what this is about to be. This is about Chelsea Football Club and how it's getting destroyed by a consortium called Blueco. Now, the face of Blueco, well, the face of the Chelsea ownership, right, is Todd Boehly. But if you know about the concern, you know that Todd Boehly is really the one making decisions. But anyways, this is about the whole ownership, everyone. So I think 2 days ago we fired Pochettino, or he left. Mutual consent. We all know it's not mutual consent. It's not mutual consent. It's one or the other. Either he got fired or he left. And from what I've heard, it sounds like he left. Okay? And I don't blame him. Because this ownership is an absolute joke. Also, they want to sell players that he wants to keep. Like Gallagher and Chalaba. They've been brilliant for us this season. But pure profit. No, let's not sell your signings that have turned out horrendously. Let's not sell players like Modric or Badiashile. No. Let's just sell every single player that knows what it means to play for Chelsea. Let's just sell every youth academy product. You can sell youth academy products, that's fine. But you can't sell every single one of them just for pure profit. No, it's not. Gallagher has played out of all our players, right? I mean, Reece James is our captain. He's been injured the whole season. He's barely played. He's barely touched that armband. Ben Chilwell's our vice captain. Same problem with him. He also barely plays, and when he plays, he's average. And Gallagher's the one who's had the armband on. But we want to sell him. We're gonna sell him. And okay, fine, we're gonna sell him. But we're not gonna replace him with experience, another leader. No, we're gonna replace him with some 16-year-old from the Brazilian league that's gonna join the club in 2027. Why? You're just signing a bunch of young players. You're just hoping. You're just signing players on hope. We already have a team of young players. Why would you add youth to youth? Why are you fighting fire with fire? Buy experience. But our most experienced player by far, Thiago Silva, is leaving. The second most experienced player is Sterling, and half the time he doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. After that, it's Nkunku, and he's like 25. Then everyone after that is 24 and under. This team it's just a bunch of young players together. It's just a bunch of hoping and praying. That's all they do. Same thing with the managers. They want to get Kieran McKenna from Ipswich, from the championship. Ipswich just won the championship. They didn't even win it. They didn't even win it. They were second. Yes, he's done a miracle, but that doesn't mean he deserved the Chelsea job. Yes, he can turn out good, but seeing someone getting second place in the championship does not justify getting hired as Chelsea manager. The Chelsea fans on Twitter and stuff, or X, that are busy saying, he could turn out good, he could turn out good. Look at Graham Potter. Look at Graham Potter. What happened? And he was in the Prem. He wasn't in the championship. He was in the Prem. And look what happened to him when we were hoping and praying. He could be good. He could be good. Look at his tactics. Look at all that. Now we're doing the same thing. Hoping and praying. Hoping and praying. And some of you think that the Chelsea ownership should be praised for this. And I wonder. And then you stop after that. When I read those things, I stop wondering why this ownership are still here. It's because of delusional fans like you. There's a reason big teams get relegated. Don't think just because we win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues and that we have a lot of money, don't think that doesn't mean we can't get relegated. These owners don't know what they're doing. And I don't think it'll get that bad. But it doesn't mean it's not possible. If this owners continue just getting worse, doing dumb decisions, hiring and firing managers, hoping, giving them as much money, like, and just signing young players, this team has no future. We won 5 games in a row with Pochettino. Now we're just gonna reset the process again. more blind belief, more trusting the process. But you don't have a process, do you? Or is your process just try and make as much money as possible and try and make us believe that you're doing it for the fan. You're doing it for the fan, you're doing it for the club. But then you make decisions like this. And we know the reason that Pochettino is gone is because of the owners. Because they want control. They want control, simple as that. People saying it's because of the results. It's not because of the results. They kept Graham Potter for so long when we were mid-table, and you think it's because of the results. Are you having a laugh? I don't think you know how to put 2 and 2 together. I just wrote a math exam, and I'm telling you I did well in that. I think I know how to do some math. 1 plus 1 equals 2, not 3. It's obvious. It's right there. The problem is the owners. What are they doing? And I feel I can't help but, like, I hope that they're just stupid and that they don't understand what they're doing, but I doubt that. I think they know exactly what they're doing. And that's the worrying part. There's protests at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, I live across the world. There's no way I'm going there. I ain't got money for that. And even if I did, yes, I love Chelsea, but I'm not spending my money on Chelsea. I barely even spend my money on myself. I'm not spending my money to protest. No, okay. No, I'm not flying there just to protest. But the people that are there, that are protesting, I respect you all. But I'm a realist. I I'm a very realistic person. I get called negative a lot of the time. But like these protests, most likely nothing will happen after the protest. Nothing will change. They'll issue out something, guys. We appreciate your concern, but we it's just some nonsense PR message. They say, guys, we appreciate your concern, but we trust us. We are trying our longest to make the best decision for what is best for Chelsea Football Club, and we promise trust the process and the results will come. Just PR, man. What process? We made a process. We went from 12th to 6th. Yes, that's process. That's progress. It's a process. Okay, fine. We stop believing. But he's gone. We're restarting the process again. 5th manager. And people who think the owners don't want to be controlled, why aren't they getting Thomas Tuchel then? If you think the owners are doing what's best for the club and they're not selfish or anything, why aren't they getting Thomas Tuchel? Then all of you want to say, yeah, we started bad and talk about his defensive thing and how he played so defensively. Well, what do you want? You would rather just put faith in some random man than somebody who's actually done it at the club. You're telling me, let's just use this example. Let's say you live an average life, right? Middle income, right? Your father works a 9 to 5 job. He earns enough money for you and your family to buy groceries. You can buy a few things. Nothing crazy though. You're telling me instead of, let's say he's gone to another country, right? Business trip, okay, for a month. You're telling me you would rather get some random guy to be your father than your father come back. I know that I won't lie, that's a horrific example, but I don't care because you use examples like Carlo Ancelotti. You think he wanted to sign Bellingham and Arda Güler and these random youngsters? Yeah, But they've got Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham. They've got Modric. They've got Cruz, who's retiring now. Courtois. They've got good players already. How do you compare Chelsea to Real Madrid? How do you compare Kieran McKenna to Carlo Ancelotti, who's actually won Champions League, Premier League, La Ligas, who's managed for over 20 years? How do you compare him to a 40-year-old who only is playing in the Premier League next season? How do you compare them and think that's a fair comparison? And think how does that make sense? How do you post those things online and think, yeah, this is smart, I've cooked? How do you think that? Are you okay in the head? How do you think that? And the fact it's not just you tweeted, you reply. You use that as evidence to support your claim. That's not evidence. If somebody says, why did you go back to your ex? Well, look, this one celebrity couple, they want to go back together and they got married. Bro, but in my relationship, meanwhile, we were both toxic to each other, we both cheated on each other, and I'm busy comparing it to a relationship where they both love and respect each other. It doesn't, you can't compare the two. They're non-comparable. You can't compare Carlo Ancelotti and Real Madrid with 12th place Chelsea, who finished 12th last season. You can't compare. You can't compare that. That's not a comparison to use. That it doesn't make sense. How do you make that comparison and think it makes sense? And you want to call yourself a football fan? You're not a football fan. You don't understand football. You want to talk about ball knowledge when you clearly don't have any. You just see the players. You look at the goals. Okay, he scored 30 goals. He scored what? And there's bias as well. There's bias. Even with the other managers, the Stuttgart manager, who they say is staying at Stuttgart, and also the Girona manager, I forgot his name. One good season. One good season and didn't even win. Neither of them won. Girona fell off. And you think they'll get us back into Champions League? Well done, you're stupid. There's no way you think Kieran McKenna is getting us to Champions League after one season. There's no way you think someone who took Spurs to a Champions League final is worse than the Ipswich manager. You're crazy. You're crazy. You've lost your mind. Or maybe you didn't have one. Maybe you didn't have one in the first place. Maybe that's why. Maybe that'll explain a lot. It just doesn't compute. Like, for any of you who know Yunus Talks Football, he's a Chelsea YouTuber. I agree with everything he says about the owners. I agree with everything. If you wanna go check his channel out, go check out his most recent video. That's what I'm inspired by, actually, to do this, and also looking at X and seeing those replies to posts. It really triggers me to see people who think they are spitting facts when in reality they're spitting at a crab. Like, I'm surprised you haven't gotten sick from the amount of shit that's coming out of your mouth. Like, and you think you ate. You didn't eat. You didn't eat anything. All you ate was rotten eggs or something bad, because what you said was not good. You did not make a 5-star meal. You overcooked the water. You overcooked the water and you undercooked the plate. You haven't done anything. All you're doing is giving the owners validation to continue what they're doing. And if you think the owners are being smart and what they're doing is the right thing, take a look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself a question: am I fit to support Chelsea Football Club? Because I don't think so. I think you could go support Man City and go with your nonsense there, because at least they're winning things. But a situation like this, and you're coming with utter nonsense, thinking you're speaking facts when you're not. You're not speaking any facts. Support another team. Don't support Chelsea. Because if you think this is right, get out. Get out. Get out. I don't care. Don't support Chelsea anymore. If you think what's happening right now with these owners, if you think what these owners are doing is right, get out. Get out. It's not. It's not right. This is not how you run a football club. How did they get so rich with knowledge like this? It doesn't make sense. It can't be an accident. Even if it's a completely different sport, you own the Dodgers. You've done sports before, but still, you make decisions like this. The Ipswich manager. No, I'm sorry. But Boehly, Clearlake, Todd Boehly, Stuart Robson. Sorry, no, that's a commentator. I don't even know your name though. You guys, the directors, all of you, get out. You're not fit for Chelsea. This is not Brighton anymore. This is not Brighton. We're not Brighton. We're Chelsea. We're Chelsea Football Club. We have 2 Champions League. We won the Champions League 2 years ago. And we haven't been in it. And now we're about to get the Ipswich manager. And people think that's fine. It's actually hilarious how people look at this situation and think it's a good situation. It's just blindly hope. Just blindly believe, and you wonder how teams get relegated, how big teams go down. This isn't FIFA anymore. This isn't FIFA. You can't just change managers and all of a sudden everything is just rosy. This isn't FIFA. You can't just do whatever you want and it's not going to have an impact on the squad. Enzo, Mudryk, 5 managers. They've been here 2 years and they've had 5 different managers. And then you want to wonder why the players don't perform when they're getting different managers every week and you think it's right. And you want to take a gamble with McKenna. Then 6 months down the line, when we're 15th, you're going to say, get him out. He's not good enough. And again, change the manager. It's going to keep falling into the same cycle, believing in random managers that have done nothing in the game. You just want to keep believing in them, blindly hoping that Chelsea will become good again. That's not how life works. You can't just take a grade 10 student, like Eunice said, you can't just take a grade 10 student and put them at A levels. Like 1 in a million. But, like, you see those odds. What? And people, right? People that are happy with Poch going, right? Happy with Poch leaving? Okay, fair. But the ones that are happy and say this is the right decision, it's How? Explain to me how. Explain to me. Explain to me. Okay, so your reasoning is we were bad already, right? We were 12th before, and now we only won 5 games in a row. We were going to be bad anyways. Okay. Why didn't the owners sack him then? Why sack him when he's in form and all the players are behind him? Why does that sound like something smart? Because of how he started, sack him when he's good. It doesn't make sense. How do you think that makes sense? Form is not something you just play around with. If a team are doing bad consistently for 8 months of the season, sack him then. But they didn't. They said believe. They didn't want to fire Pochettino. They kept him. And he won 5 games in a row. Fair play. But then to get rid of him after that and not let him do what he wants, to not let him keep Gallagher, keep Chalobah, force him to sell them. That's not smart. That's not the right thing to do. And if you seriously believe these owners are right for Chelsea, you need to have a hard look at yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.